St. Reinford Hospital in Colorado is usually a quiet place, dealing with the daily hum of emergencies. But one early winter, a story so bizarre unfolded that it left the entire medical team and soon the whole country absolutely speechless. For weeks, the news cycle was dominated by one name, Emily Harrow. The story, an ear reconstruction so incredible it felt like it was ripped straight from a science fiction novel. Emily was a 38-year-old high school art teacher, a gentle and compassionate soul living a quiet life with her husband and young daughter, Lily. One Friday afternoon, her world was turned upside down. While sketching in the park, a large, unleashed dog rushed her. In the ensuing chaos, Emily fell, hitting her head on the edge of a bench. The impact was devastating. Her right ear was almost completely destroyed. She was rushed to the hospital, losing blood and in shock. When Emily finally woke up, the first thing she noticed was the gaping void where her right ear used to be. Her husband, Henry, stood beside her, his face a mask of worry. But the horror was just the beginning of a months-long journey that would test the limits of medicine and her own courage. A few days later, a tall, middle-aged man with sharp, intelligent eyes walked into her room. "Hello, Emily. I'm Dr. Adrian Kessler," he said gently. "I've been consulted on your case." Kessler wasn't just any doctor. He was one of the top reconstructive surgeons in the country, known for taking on impossible cases that other hospitals turned away. For the first time since the accident, Emily felt a flicker of hope. "To be honest," Kessler began, his tone serious, "your ear can be regenerated, but not in the usual way." He paused, letting the weight of his words settle. "We'll grow a new ear from your own cells, and to do that, we'll have to implant the ear tissue into the skin near your knee, where there's a good blood supply." The room went completely silent. Henry frowned, bewildered. "You mean, my wife's ear will grow on her leg?" Kessler nodded calmly. "It's not like a sci-fi movie. It will grow under the skin, fed by natural blood vessels. Once it reaches a stable size, we'll move it to its proper place on her head." Emily was speechless. It sounded both terrifying and miraculous. But looking at the doctor's determined face, she knew he was serious. She whispered, "So I'll have an ear again?" "Yes," he replied, "but you need to be brave." The procedure was groundbreaking. The team took cartilage from Emily's rib and, using 3D bioprinting, sculpted a perfect ear scaffold. Then, in an 11-hour surgery, they implanted this structure under the skin of her right leg. When Emily woke up, the heavy bandage on her knee was the first sign of her new reality. Dr. Kessler stood by her bed. "The new ear is there," he announced. "It's growing." Days turned into weeks. Emily started to notice a strange bulge on her leg. At first, it was a small bump, but gradually, it took on a more distinct, unmistakable shape. An actual ear was growing under the skin of her leg. The feeling was a surreal mix of shock, fear, and profound hope. She kept her leg wrapped, a secret known only to her, Henry, and the medical team. Her little daughter, Lily, once looked at her with wide, curious eyes and asked, "Mommy, do you have superpowers?" Emily managed a small chuckle. Maybe just a little. The process was an emotional roller coaster. Some nights, she'd stare at the ear-shaped bulge on her leg, wondering if she was in a dream. "I'm an art teacher," she thought, "and now I'm wearing a living sculpture on my own body." Kessler understood the psychological toll. He would visit her, offering reassurance. "You're not the only patient who has gone through this," he'd say, "but everyone needs patience. What you're doing is moving medicine forward." Emily once asked him, her voice trembling, "Have ears ever not grown?" "Yes," he answered honestly, "but your signals are very good." It was an answer that both worried and comforted her. Eventually, whispers about the leg ear surgery started to leak from the hospital. The news spread like wildfire, and soon, reporters were circling. One morning, a tense Henry walked in and closed the door. "The news is out," he said. "The media is here." Emily sighed. She never wanted to be a spectacle, but it was inevitable. Kessler decided to hold a press conference, referring to her only as Patient H to protect her privacy. But the media's curiosity was insatiable. The story of the ear on a leg became a viral sensation, drawing millions of reactions of disbelief and wonder. After 14 long weeks, the medical team was satisfied. The new ear was fully developed, with healthy tissue and blood vessels. The date for the second surgery was set. As Emily was wheeled into the operating room, she squeezed Henry's hand. "You'll be yourself again," he promised. The 9-hour surgery was an intricate masterpiece of modern medicine. The team carefully removed the ear from her leg, preserving every tiny blood vessel, and meticulously reattached it to her head. When Emily woke up, the first thing she saw was Dr. Kessler's proud face. "Congratulations," he said. "The ear has been successfully attached." She looked in the mirror. It was still swollen and red, but it was unmistakably an ear. Her ear. No one would ever guess its incredible journey. Tears of pure joy streamed down her face. "It's like a part of me has come back after a long trip," she told Henry. Her hearing would take time to rehabilitate, but remarkably, she could perceive sound. Weeks later, Emily decided to share her story publicly. Not to be famous, she explained in an interview, but to prove that science can do things we once thought were impossible. She even revealed a 3D scan of the ear while it was still on her leg, an image that left the entire studio audience in stunned silence. She became a symbol of resilience and a testament to medical miracles. Kessler, the genius doctor, remained humble. "I only do what science allows," he said. Emily is the truly brave one. Her story ignited a new wave of research in tissue regeneration, giving hope to countless patients. And now, whenever Emily steps outside and feels the wind on her new ear, she smiles. Sometimes, she thinks, life takes something away, only to give you back something even more wonderful. Thanks for watching. If you were inspired by Emily's story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more incredible true stories. See you next time.